Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Inner Healer. I'm Shakri, and today we're going to be talking about dating men in jail and basically why you shouldn't do it. Now, this video came about because I seen a screenshot from, I guess it's a Facebook group where men are posting up in there and they're basically saying how much time they have left and the criteria, like basically they have a criteria on what kind of woman can accept them when they get out. People be bold. People are real bold. But I guess it's, you don't know what you going to get if you don't ask for. A closed mouth don't get fed, right? Like, you have a whole criteria on what kind of woman is going to basically house you for when you come home from in the clink. You coming home with nothing. Mm. But seriously, we have to do like some soul searching because there's no way that a self-respecting woman is going to be attracted to a man that will put himself in a position to be taken away, to have his freedom taken away. So you have to see what in you attracted that person. And ultimately, we always have to take accountability. And I'm all for self accountability because you have to look at different scenarios. If you were a self respecting woman and you got with a man who went to jail while you guys were together, you basically were saying that you can go do anything as long as you bring the money home. And that is more so selfish and feeding him to the wolves. He's feeding himself to the wolves. But you, as the woman, you're not speaking life into him. You're not giving him different options, letting him know that there's different things out here to do than to live a life of crime. If you're pouring life into yourself, if you're pouring happiness into yourself, if you're speaking positivity into your household, then he's going to repel those kind of thoughts. And ultimately, I just want to know what is it in you that is attracted to someone that you can't touch every night. Because some places, yeah, you can touch, but I'm saying like someone who is not there to protect you, provide for you, love on you, cherish the ground that you walk on, treat you like you the earth. So he's not even able to take care of you. When they go away, a lot of time everything gets seized. So he's not able to give you anything. So everything that he worked so hard for on the outside is taken away. Now let me bring it back to reality because my friend just was telling me like, girl, you don't be living in reality. People don't be having the same experiences as you. So let me bring it back to reality. Imagine you not dealing with somebody that is so high level like that. Okay. You're dealing with the average guy. Now he really is not able to take care of you. Like he was just, he was just selling the money or something. I don't know. But it's just more so like he's not able to take care of you. From inside of those walls, they're not able to take care of you. They're making pennies. They weren't able to put any money up because everything was seized. No. Go back to reality. Everybody doesn't dip. Go back to reality. Okay? All right. But what I'm saying more so is when you really think about it, when you think of the grand scheme of things, he's not able to provide or protect you. There's no way that him being behind those walls that he can even protect you. You're sitting by the phone, you're waiting for phone calls, if you don't answer, let's keep it real on what kind of guys are calling. You not answering the phone and he want to ask you 1,000 questions. What were you doing? Why you didn't answer? I call at this time. I told you I was going to call. And then don't get the kind of person that you don't answer the phone and they want to keep on calling you back to back to back to back to back. I'm busy. But you know, like it starts to wear on everyone. When they go away, it's not just them that go away. You go away with them. Their family goes away with them. Let's get into the visits. When it's time for you to go to a visit, you're going to a visit and you're treated just like you're an inmate. You're getting searched. Imagine the Muslims that are going there to visit the men that are in there. They're taking you behind an extra set of walls so you can take your khimar off. You have to take your hijab off. You have to take this stuff off so that they can search you behind the walls. They have to search all into your hair. You just have no privacy. There's always someone listening. Either when you're on the phone right there or when you're in the visit, someone's listening. When you go in, you're behind, like you're being behind the bars also. So they're locking the bars as you go through. It's just not something that you even want to deal with. When they're coming to pick them up, like imagine the people they're kicking in your door and they're coming to get them. That is traumatizing, to be awakened out of your sleep to stuff drawn in your face and you don't know what's going on. So dealing with these kind of guys, it comes with a lot. It comes with trauma. It comes with looking over your shoulder because you don't know who's watching. You don't know when is it going to happen again, or you don't know if it's going to happen again. It's so many different things. And I was riding past the jails just this past weekend, and they're right there next to each other. It's the women's and then it's the men's. And at the men's, you can see so many people lined up to go visit. But then when you look at the women's side, it wasn't really that many people visiting. I mean, it was people there visiting, but it wasn't that many people. And it's just more so like, look at the imbalance of it. Of course, no one should be behind bars. And then, like, you know, sometimes it's really like, oh, a woman, you know, it's like, well, not sometimes, I guess that's how it is. But you just didn't really see visitors like that. But you see people lining up to come see these men. And then you have these men and they have a criteria. You have to have this, you have to have this. So basically they're going to come and live with you. And we already know that we don't have any men coming and living with us. A grown man should have his own. Something isn't right if a grown man doesn't have his own. Ding, ding, ding. He's just coming home from jail. So guess what that means? He could possibly be coming home on home confinement. He can be coming home on probation. So now you have people that's going to be coming all up and through your house, because he still has to have a babysitter. He gonna have a curfew if or when he comes home, because some people are never coming home. That's the reality of it too. Some people are literally getting handed L's when they go to court. That means you're never coming home. The ones that are coming home and are coming home on probation, y'all can't go anywhere. Y'all not able to really do too much because he has to check in with his probation officer. He can't leave the state. Imagine if you live right next to a different state. If you live at a state line, you still cannot cross that state line. If you live at the state line and the Walmart is across the state line, you have to have permission from your probation officer to cross that state line, when the Walmart is right there 5 minutes from your house, but then the Walmart that is in your state is 30 minutes away, the opposite direction. So still, you are being treated like an inmate also, because you have people coming, searching your house, seeing if knocking on your door, seeing if someone is there, asking you questions, because sometimes they have to be having a supervisor when they're coming home on home confinement and stuff. So now you are being held responsible for them. Like, it's like, did you just pick up a child? Did you just pick up a grown child? You gotta babysit him. And then let's talk about if there's children involved. If you guys have children, if he went away when there were children involved, again, he wasn't thinking logically. No, that's not the only way that he was able to get it, but that was probably the fastest way. It's kind of weird even to even think that there are people out here that are still being corner boys. I just think that is absurd. It's 2023. It was never cool, but it's definitely mm-mm. But if there's children involved, he's not able to guide the children the way that he actually wants to guide the children. There are so many men out here that tell their stories on when they came home from jail, they weren't able to raise their children. They were away for a long time. Or the ones that go out and come back and go out and come back. They're not raising these children. The children don't know them. And then there are some women that's not going to wait. And the ones that's not going to wait, you don't want another man raising your child, but you want to do something to get you away from your child. That's going to keep you away from your child. It's very different from having the father in the home and having a father behind bars. He's not able to guide the children the way that he actually wants to guide them. Someone else is telling him when he can wake up and go to sleep. Someone else is telling him when he can get on the phone. He's not able to go to parent-teacher conferences. These are things that we as women have to think about when we're dealing with the kind of guy that is going to put his freedom in jeopardy to be away from you. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to get there the fast way. Nobody ever heard slow and steady wins the race. All money ain't good money. You're not able to make sure them babies straight if you behind the wall. They're not able to make sure them babies straight. If he's doing stuff that's going to get him put into jail, then he's doing stuff that's going to get him put 6 feet under, where he's not able to definitely take care of you. Because most times street dudes don't have life insurance. Ding, ding, ding. Hopefully you getting some life insurance on them if that's the kind of dude you want to deal with. Speak life and positivity in him. In yourself first. Speak it into yourself first so that you can speak it into him so that he can know that there's a different way than a life that's going to land them in jail or worse, not here. Be with someone that you want to raise your children with. Be with someone that you want your son to grow up and be like, or that your daughters can look up to. Be with someone that's going to love themselves enough to not put themselves in a position to be away from you, their family. So in loving himself, he's going to love you. And that love and respect is going to keep him never ever putting himself in a predicament where he will be taken away from you. Not purposely putting himself into a predicament where he can be taken away from you. Everybody has a day. But some people speed up their day by the life that they decide to live. Because they feel like they don't know another way. There are so many more ways out here today. So many. We have to love ourselves enough to never put ourselves in the predicament that we would even attract that kind of guy. You have to know that you're not a fixer. You're not going to be trying to change someone. They are who they are. You don't change someone into what you want them to be. Everyone has free will. Let them be who they're going to be. And you keep on being who you are, and you're going to attract the person toward you that you're supposed to have in your life. Not by force. Not someone that you're forcing yourself to be with because you're afraid to sit with yourself. A lot of times that's all it takes. Sit with yourself. Learn yourself. Know who you are. We all have goals. How are you going to get to your goals? There's a way to get there. Legally. There's always a way to get there legally. The men behind those bars, they have potential, but we don't fall in love with potential. They have to apply, work on themselves. No one is perfect. We all dealing with something. But now you have to choose what you want to deal with, what you want to attract into your life. Do you want privacy? Because if you're dealing with somebody in jail, you ain't got no privacy. So many people can relate to the fact that everybody knows somebody who done went to jail. We just don't want to be the ones caught up with somebody that done went to jail. Because some people go there and that's a permanent residence. And that's another thing. So if they become a permanent resident to somebody's state prison, that's a permanent bill. Now Someone just became your bill. Like every month, this is some, when you saying you got to pay your mortgage, you're saying, or your rent, you saying, oh yeah, I got to send so-and-so this over there. I got to send this up the road. Why? That's why you want to speak life. You want to speak positivity. You want to show him that he's a king. But in turn, you have to be a queen so that y'all can do royal stuff. If you like what you heard in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Peace.